Merde. A new dead name, the new dead pit, a new dead name, the new dead stop, the new dead stop, the new dead blow, by the loud.
For as clear as Drew made it that he was not happy to have me back, it was nothing in comparison to the noise generated about me by the constant thorn in my side, Seth.
Enjoy the show.
Much like Drew, Rollins had a bit of a tantrum when I walked through that curtain at Survivor Series after nearly 10 years away from WWE. I knew we were on a collision course. After Hell in a Cell, I took a little time to heal. Once I felt good, a special request from Paul Heyman led me to joining the OG Bloodline at Survivor Series to help Roman Reigns in his quest to dismantle the new Bloodline. Once that was settled, I focused solely on Seth. We were set to battle at the first Raw of 2025, and after waiting a decade for this opportunity, I certainly wasn't going to let anything go wrong. So let's go back to January 2025, the start of a new era, and beat Seth Rollins in front of the entire world.
A magical feeling in the air as Seth freaking Rollins faces off against a man who has become his arch nemesis, CM Punk. Two men are beloved by the WWE Universe for their incredible talent and work ethic.
However, there is absolutely no love lost between these two men. Two absolute legends in their own right. But where Rollins carried this company for the past 10 years, Punk went to MMA. He went to other companies and he talked harshly about WWE, all before being welcomed back with open arms.
Yeah, that really didn't sit well with Seth Rollins. There was no way that Rollins was going to welcome Punk back, and it's led to this tonight.
If Seth freaking Rollins wants to finally earn a high-profile victory over CM Punk, he's going to have to do everything in his power to resist Punk's mind games.
Oh, I agree with that sentiment, Wade, but come on. Let's not pretend that Punk's immune to the psychological attacks the Architect is capable of.
Indeed, guys, Rollins and Punk are two masters at getting under the skin of their opponents. The big question is, who can execute on their plans first? If you're Seth Rollins, you've got to try to keep the emotions in check. Focus on the task at hand, and that's taking out CM Punk.
Yeah, but Punk's not afraid to play mind games. If Punk sees an opening to set Rollins off, to take Rollins' eye off the ball, he's going to take it. Rollins simply cannot, under any circumstances, take the bait in this match.
This rivalry has been brewing for years and escalating for months. Rollins was seething upon Punk's return at Survivor Series 2023, remembering the years that Punk spent disparaging WWE.
And the tensions grew when Rollins was a special guest referee at SummerSlam last year, counting the pinfall victory for Drew McIntyre over Punk.
But incoming!
Wow! Cross body!
You can tell he's looking to end this here.
Connected hard with the
Comment on va dans le public?
Seth Rollins desperately needs to figure this out.
Yeah, now Punk's got Rollins in as vulnerable position as we've ever seen him.
Comment on va dans le public?
Taking things to the outside, but got to make sure to heed the officials' count.
Oof, the torque on that suplex.
Amazing action so far in the main event of an historic episode of Monday Night Raw. We've seen so many unforgettable moments tonight as the show makes its debut on the biggest streaming service in the world.
And I can think of no matchup more worthy of this show's main event than two generational talents in the form of CM Punk and Seth freaking Rollins.
Given the major stakes in this match and the high-profile nature of this event, I expect a lot of leeway from the official in this match. Nobody wants to see this one end in a count-out or disqualification. Oh, a rough landing right into the barricade.
Punk is locked in on his opponent now.
Here we go again. He made his point. Concentrate on the match instead of everything outside of it.
And that'll put an abrupt end to his little one-man show. Punk famously said the night after he returned to WWE, quote, "I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money." He said he doesn't care what others think of him anymore, and he's proven it true thus far.
That may be true, Corey.
Casse les couilles, je dois me battre dans le public là, mais ça casse les couilles, il vient pas. Casse les couilles.
Indeed, we saw Punk lash out at Drew.
Looking like a game of tit for tat now.
Counter. He knew just what to do. The fight is on, and it's furious.
And this match is swiftly turning into a knockdown, drag-out affair.
Jeez, a painful-looking chop.
Et putain, mais je t'ai dit de l'an. Oh là là, casse les couilles.
And he chooses to leave the ring.
Driven into the barricade.
Doing a little exploring right now.
Getting up close and personal with the WWE Universe.
Bah allez, relève-toi.
I understand getting yourself fired up, but he needs to stay on his opponent.
Et il va rentrer dans le ring. Putain, mais je sais pas comment on l'amène là-bas. Putain, casse les couilles.
And Punk making his way.
Tiens.
Serves him right for running his mouth.
Gentlemen,
Bye.
here's an astonishing fact. This is CM Punk's first match on Raw in almost 11 years.
The last time Punk competed on
Oh là là, puis bon, troisième corde alors que je veux pas. Putain, c'est quoi ce jeu de merde? Putain. Mais putain, mais... Voilà, putain, casse les couilles. J'appuie, ça veut pas.
Corey, I don't have my notes handy. Who did Punk last face on Raw?
It says here he now works with office supplies.
Headed back to ringside.
Mais ça veut pas, le passer pour dessous. Comment on fait?
Oof, did you hear the thud on that impact?
He gets back into the ring.
Mais descends.
Heading to ringside now.
Oh, wow. Get a look at that horrible gash on Seth's face.
Lifted and completely helpless here.
Je sais pas comment on fait passer par-dessus, bah je pense que je vais faire le gauntlet hein. Et il passe pas par au-dessus. Oh là là.
Once again, Punk taking things outside. Legs caught.
Turn out the lights.
Heading right out in the crowd for whatever.
Il viendra pas, bah non, bah non, bah non. Bah non, il va remonter dans le ring. Bah je fais comment moi pour l'amener dans le public, ça le fils de pute de jeu de merde.
Chances are whittling down.
Rollins has no answer for Punk's well-aimed attacks.
Sent flying out of the ring here.
Je fais comment pour l'envoyer dans le truc moi?
He's heading to the outside. Better watch for the referee's count. What a reversal. Looks like he's trying to regain some control here.
Maybe Rollins has found a new source of aggression to battle back with.
Je fais comment pour l'envoyer dans le public? Oh là là.
Beautiful neck breaker after the float over. That was pretty.
Crashing into the barricade with such force.
Heading out, but needs to be aware of the referee's count. Just got tossed over the guardrail.
Ah bah voilà.
And the potential for a count out is looming. Big reversal by Rollins. He's finally able to get the reign. Uh-oh, sweet dreams coming.
Go to sleep.
Now CM Punk needs to end this.
The WWE Universe is going absolutely wild as these two battle it out in the arena seats. Overwhelming offense now from Punk.
Smothering offense from Punk here.
He'll make his way to the ring.
The ref's count continues. He better hustle back into the ring.
Ah, puis il fait des ponts. Oui.
Looking to end this. A schoolboy. Oh, Seth gets caught with a counter. CM Punk had suffered some injuries since his return. In fact, he tore his tricep at the Royal Rumble a year ago. He was out of action for over 6 months. Punk says that tonight he's completely healed. But Wade, you're an athlete. Never divulge the extent of your... And CM Punk to Rollins off the crossbody. Rollins, though, able to roll through.
C'est là qu'il fait un GTS cette fois, non? Je me rappelle, c'était le premier truc sur... le premier combat sur Netflix, je crois. L'année dernière.
Punk rather fortuitously rolling all the way to the outside to safety, although in hot pursuit now, Seth Rollins.
And Rollins limping around the ring, favoring his leg. And now just mocking and having his way with Punk.
Rollins has waited for this moment for far, far too long. This victory is going to be one of the sweet... Wait a minute!
Oh my goodness! Cover! Isn't it up? And a kick out!
While catching Seth Rollins with his own stomp and coming within a millisecond of victory here.
And Punk not done yet, pounding away on Rollins, frustration setting in.
I mean, years of bad blood and verbal jousts between these two are about to come to a head.
Seth able to counter GTS, looking to deliver one of his own.
Oh, and he connected.
And Punk kicks out. I don't know if it's resiliency, I don't know if it's sheer instinct, but I do know that tonight, CM Punk will not allow Rollins to be the better man.
And right into the cover.
How on earth could he not keep him down for even one at this point? Rollins is feeding off the WWE Universe.
To the face. How that went telegraphed.
Eats a punch to the face.
Rollins now twisting his opponent. Oh, forearm smash. And here comes the million-dollar question. Will Seth Rollins extract the demon from his soul?
Uh-oh. Dragon screw. He's able to reverse it. Forces the shoulder up after two.
Now is not the time to wallow in disbelief. Pressure must be kept on.
The visionary, the revolutionary, the architect from the sky.
Cross body from the top.
CM Punk looking to end things here. GTS connects.
Seth's eyes look glazed over. top rope.
Elbow drop connects.
Punk in the driver's seat now. He's got Rollins right where he wants him after that. Something bad is coming his way, and he has no clue.
What's it going to take to end it? It might be this. Go to sleep.
That finally has to slam the door shut and end this. 2.
What a kick out. I don't believe it.
Seth Rollins has never been known to lay down and hand out victories to anyone.
And Punk might have just... Seth is down for the count. Punk wins. Punk beats Rollins.
Here is your winner,
WrestleMania 41 was supposed to be the culmination of all those years of hard work. After all the ups and downs, all roads pointed to the one location I'd always dreamed of, the main event of WrestleMania. My victories over Drew and Seth had shown that I was still at the top of my game. After I eliminated both Roman and Rollins at the 2025 Royal Rumble, I soon found myself tossed over and thrown to the floor. And that allowed Rollins to release all his frustrations, taking Roman out with a stomp, attacking me, and punctuating the whole mess with another stomp on Roman. So when Heyman announced that the three of us would meet in the main event of the first night of WrestleMania 41, that's when I struck. I used my earned favor from Survivor Series to request Heyman be in my corner that night. This infuriated Roman Reigns, who would not listen to reason, insistent that Heyman had turned his back on his tribal chief. And in all the madness, Roman and I both lost sight. We never thought that night would end the way it did.
Oh, no!
Heyman betraying both of us.
Oh, my God! What the hell did we just witness?
I can't think of a better candidate for slingshot tech to address. It took my whole career to get to that main event. So let's go back to WrestleMania 41 and get me the win that I was well on my way to earning. Let's destroy the architect's plans. Let's show the Oracle that he doesn't see all. And let's force Roman Reigns to acknowledge us.
Here comes Seth freaking Rollins.
The visionary and the revolutionary of WWE.
From Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 225 pounds, Seth freaking Rollins!
Officially the coolest entrance living every man's dream, Seth freaking Rollins.
Las Vegas serenading. The OTC has arrived in Sin City.
From Pensacola, Florida, weighing at 265 pounds, the OTC, Roman Reigns.
For a record 10th time, Roman Reigns will make a... Ladies and gentlemen, CM Punk is in the main event of WrestleMania.
Each of these three men believe they are the only one who can walk out of here victorious. Roman Reigns to prove his dominance, Seth Rollins to prove his superiority, and CM Punk to prove he's still the best in the world.
Punk is claiming that for him this is just business. And taking Reigns and Rollins out at WrestleMania will get them out of his way so he can accomplish the things he returned to WWE to do. To win titles.
But Reigns and Rollins are not your average roadblocks. They're two of the biggest names in WWE for a reason. And they're not about to let CM Punk just have his way.
CM Punk, who burst out of the scene. CM Punk showed up at ECW, run by Paul Heyman, when he was only a teenager, wanting to break into the business. He would get to the WWE developmental territory and become Heyman's best friend.
Punk made being a Paul.
He goes for the quick pin. He breaks up the pin, stops the referee's count.
Man, that is going to leave some serious welts.
Clothesline! Does having Paul Heyman back in his corner even the scales here for CM Punk? Does having the wise man's strategies and support give him an edge over Rollins and Reigns?
Sure, if you trust Paul Heyman to have your best interests in mind, then yes, he is a huge asset in this kind of match. But remember, Heyman is doing this as a favor for Punk. As far as we know, his allegiance still lies with Reigns.
This is a situation you want to avoid.
CM Punk has had a non-stop grin since walking out here. Remember, securing the main event of WrestleMania was never the goal. Winning in the main event of WrestleMania is. Punk fails to do that, and he'll always look back on this night with regret.
Paul Heyman did tell CM Punk that he indeed will one day main event WrestleMania. Paul Heyman said, "I will be with you when it happens," and it has.
Well, no matter the outcome, CM Punk will forever be a WrestleMania main eventer.
Just a pure reaction of instinct there. Just welting the back with those laces. Oh! Connecting with the crossbody.
He goes back into the ring here. Calf kick finds the mark. And remember, the reason that Rollins and Reigns are here, at least when they first arrived on the scene, was because of CM Punk. The Shield was built as a security force for CM Punk.
Come on, let's not make out like that is some accolade for CM Punk. They were brought in as security to protect CM Punk. It wasn't some selfless act by Punk, and both Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins know that.
Well, Punk is claiming that he was the man to bring them both into the business, and he can't wait to be the man to take them both out of it.
What a display of strength here.
Running sit-out powerbomb.
And he manages to kick out at one.
Still fighting to keep in this thing.
Oh, what an axe handle.
And for Punk and Rollins, such personal hatred between these two. Rollins has never forgotten the fact that Punk left the company, badmouthed the company for many years, while Rollins stayed here and played the soldier. And when Punk came back to all the fanfare, it pissed Rollins off. Seth has a lot of animosity to take out.
I actually spoke to Rollins earlier. He said the only time CM Punk has improved the culture in WWE is when he cleared off for 10 years.
Oh, driver!
Spiked him.
There's a certain amount of anger you have to have towards your opponent to pile drive them like that.
Nice sit-out powerbomb.
You have to question what kind of malintent is behind a powerbomb with that much force. Watch out!
Oh là là,
Looks like
abruti.
he's coming back in. And now propped up in the corner. Oh, targeting the arm. This has got to hurt. This is not about a championship. This is about pride and dignity and proving you're the best, perhaps of a generation.
It's about ego and animosity. It's about 12 years ago when three men made their way down the stairs to remake this company in their image and the man that opened the back door for them.
A search for supremacy. The man that walks out of here is the champ.
Blast off! Cross body from the top.
Off the welt's already forming from that kendo shot. Boom! Taking full advantage of the foreign object in play here. Back-to-back attacks. Come on, stop this. Your point's made. No need to keep on doing this. Come on. This has gone way too far. Just stop this already. And Reigns reverses. Reigns finally finding an answer to that onslaught.
He's still in this, and he's making sure everyone knows that. Reigns gets cleared out of the ring.
Here.
Punk peppering his opponent with attacks. Uranagi into the Anaconda Vice.
Oh, a couple of knees there. That'll get him out of it.
Rollins with a page out of Triple H's playbook.
Hammering!
Charging himself up and going in for the kill with that
Stop. We've seen this win matches for Rollins.
I think that's it. That must be it. Oh, he just kicked out.
CM Punk.
Failli perdre, wesh.
Somehow,
Alors pour toi, je suis en facile, hein.
Punk will all. Roman Reigns now walking in a submission, the guillotine choke.
Can the visionary hang on?
Gets there and breaks the submission. Got flipped upside down there. And
Pour toi, je suis en facile, hein.
kick to the midsection of Reigns.
Je fais choquer dans facile et puis ma réalisation facile. Bon, sur les deux objectifs, ça va vite.
Bang! Spear! Stop! Everybody down!
Oh, what a moment of chaos in this match. If any man here can get a cover, it could be victory, but wait up. Lurking is Paul Heyman with a steel chair.
And no shocker here. Handing the chair to his friend, CM Punk. And this, guys, this could be the ultimate betrayal of Roman Reigns.
Oh, Heyman went for a low blow, but caught by CM Punk.
What the hell is Heyman thinking?
And now Punk with a roundhouse kick to Reigns.
Well, Heyman tried to stab his man, CM Punk, in the back, but was denied. But now Rollins with a low blow of his own on Punk. What the hell is going on?
And now Heyman handing the chair to Rollins. What the hell? Oh, no!
The devil's work is afoot tonight.
Plan B all over again.
That pathetic Paul Heyman. He's a damn Judas. How many people is he going to betray?
You're missing the point, Cole. The visionary Seth freaking Rollins has once again pulled the ace out of his sleeve in Las Vegas. And Punk now lifting his opponent up and back. Go to sleep. That spells doom for Rollins.
This has been a hurricane of chaos. Rollins, Punk. It could be all over here.
Punk has beaten the odds. Has defeated both Reigns and Rollins.
Now that's more like it. Standing triumphant at WrestleMania 41 thanks to you. Something I really like about this slingshot technology is I'm not restricted to only my matches. I have the power to jump into the boots of other superstars and change the course of their career too. And I can think of no better choice than the main event of 1997 Survivor Series. That's right, the infamous night that saw Bret Hart defend his championship against Shawn Michaels. They had so many epic battles, but after a particularly painful loss to Michaels at WrestleMania 12, Bret would take a sabbatical from WWE, eventually returning late in 1996. By the spring of 1997, things were much different than WWE. Bret and his family had reformed a bigger and better Hart Foundation, while Shawn and his friends created DX. The two groups despised each other, and after months of chaos, it all led to Survivor Series. And it was on that night that Shawn would steal the championship and send Bret Hart packing to WCW in an event known as the Montreal Screwjob. It's no secret that I'm a Bret Hart fan, and I consider him one of the greatest of all time. So let's hop into Bret's boots and take on Shawn Michaels in his prime, something I never got to do. The plan is simple. Avoid the sharpshooter, and we'll be okay. But if Shawn can apply the hold, we know exactly what is going to happen. Slingshot Tech, take us to the 1997 Survivor Series in Montreal.
The following is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Championship.
Possibly the two biggest egos in all of wrestling history are about to collide.
You can feel the electricity.
His opponent from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 234 pounds, he is the WWE Champion, Bret Hitman Hart.
Pas mal,
The
pas mal.
WWE Championship, one of the most
Pas mal, pas mal. CM Punk en Bret Hart, incroyable. Attends, quand même, j'ai regardé quand même.
There is so much
Les coups. Sharpshooter, ouais, bah il a les.
electricity in the air here tonight in Montreal. This is always going to be a big match for both Shawn and Bret, but squaring off in Montreal only adds to the importance of tonight. This isn't just a huge match for both these men. This may be one of the biggest matches we've ever seen in WWE.
Yeah, the title almost feels secondary tonight, which is crazy to even say out loud. This feud has been boiling for years, and it never seems like it will fully be settled. I know this is going to be one we'll talk about for years.
And Michaels, of course, has done nothing to endear himself to this Montreal crowd. In fact, Michaels and his D-Generation X posse have been nothing but juvenile to everyone they've encountered.
Well, delinquency is in the eye of the beholder, Michael Cole. You might not like that kids are getting detention mimicking DX, but you can't deny they've struck a nerve through every arena we visit.
Neck breaker!
He needs to get in the ring before the count runs out.
Oh, HB Shizzle, not above some mind games, it appears.
Mais, oh là 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 là. Oh, qu'est-ce que je déteste ces trucs comme ça. Tout à l'heure, fallait aller dans le avant, fallait aller dans le public. Après, faut faire ça. Oh là là.
And we all know how
Oh
good
là.
these two men are in the ring. You can argue two of the best to ever do it. But tonight, I don't think either man cares about showing off technical skill. These two just want to fight.
When it's gotten to this level, when it has become so personal, there is nothing else to expect. All that is left is a down and dirty fight between two guys that hate each other's guts.
Just from a style standpoint, Bret and Shawn are totally opposite. Bret's slow, methodical, with a technical approach, versus Shawn's fast, explosive offense.
We also know that neither of them is above doing whatever it takes to get the advantage. We could go back and forth about which style is better, but it all boils down to simply who wants it more.
Hart with a plan in mind. And down with the belly to belly.
Ça c'est fait.
Every shot these two throw at each other tonight is being delivered with such venom, such
Oui.
disdain.
Oh, that's to be expected the way these two have been exchanging verbal jabs at each other for a long time now.
I can only put it this way. The words Brett and Sean use for each other are not suitable for children to hear.
To be honest, they're not suitable at a bar either, Wade.
Oh, no, not at all. You'll have quite the ruckus at the pub using the names Brett and Sean have called each other.
Placing him in the corner.
Getting him in place, but for what?
Softened up opponent has no clue where they're at. This might wake you up in a bad, bad way.
Superplex. That's what I'd call statement offense. The champ showing us who's in control.
Oh, did you hear that? And if Bret Hart isolates the leg and feels the advantage in the legs, Wade, he won't go anywhere else.
You're right, because all that's in the back of his mind is the sharpshooter. It's that precise...
Figure 4. Leg lock.
Needs to find a way out, reversing the pressure. That'll break the hold.
Vicious attack. They outlaw that move from other sports for a reason.
Looking for the submission. Inverted figure 4 leg lock. This could be it.
Figure 4 leg lock.
Michael's doing what he can to keep his pace in this matchup.
Brett avoids impact.
This personal rivalry goes so far back. You can see the seeds of it when they were both tag team competitors, part of the Hart Foundation and the Rockers. Each man becoming breakout stars and leaders of a new generation in WWE. Up until that point, it was professional. But recent years and the weight of carrying the industry have changed these men.
The turning point was WrestleMania, Cole, when Brett was screwed out of the title in that Iron Man match. If the score is tied at the buzzer, it is a draw. And the title should have remained with Brett.
Well, it certainly felt like we were all learning the rules as it happened that night, but tonight the rules are very clear in this match, so I highly doubt we'll see any kind of screwy finish tonight.
Side Russian leg sweep. And to speak on the elephant in the room, yes, there's been a lot of speculation that if Bret Hart loses this match, this will be his last match in WWE.
Yeah, I tried to get a word from the Hitman earlier today about the rumors, but I was quickly escorted away by his Hart Foundation brethren.
It's a rumor cloud that hangs above the collective minds of this capacity crowd. Such an anxious feeling inside this arena.
And an inverted atomic drop.
Those blows to the core have really added up here.
It's going to be hard to form any offense when you can't take a full breath.
Et casse les couilles à contrer.
Right there. Adjusting their opponent against the turnbuckle.
Had Michael scouted there.
Great trouble here. Can he get it fully locked in?
And he's releasing the hold. I guess he might have something else in mind here. He's got control.
Oh, the DDT delivered.
Climbing up the corner.
From above.
And Brett off the top rope and the referee knocked down, guys.
Well, tucked down Shawn Michaels, but accidentally tucked down the ref in the process. And at this point, all bets are off.
Michaels to the eyes of the Hitman. Shawn taking advantage of the referee's state at the moment. But what is HBK thinking now? Oh,
And now looking for a sharpshooter. Bret Hart's own move. Shawn Michaels trying to turn him on his belly.
And the referee dropped once again as Bret kicked Michaels away.
And another ref's in.
What is going on here?
I guess we're not going to get a screw job tonight, Wade. What a crossbody.
Excellent execution from Hitman.
Hitman proving he's done his homework on HBK right here.
Impressive reversal from Michaels.
And he's able to avoid that offense.
Pile driver.
Brett's bent on destroying HBK with moves like that.
Nice takedown. Gonna step through into the vintage sharpshooter from Bret Hart.
Sharpshooter applied. Will this do it?
Continuing. Bret retains the title.
Here's your winner and still WWE Champion.
Jacob.
Archetype. Yeah. Back on SmackDown? Back in the game?
That's right. You haven't seen my partner around, have you?
Oh, yeah. You a tax specialist now. All that talk about a big comeback and beating Braun for the belt over on Raw? But you went up here, on my show, fighting New Day?
My goals haven't changed. Heyman, Braun, WWE title. That's where I'm headed.
The first day you walked back in here, you looked me in my eye and told me my Intercontinental title don't mean nothing.
No. It means everything in the world. To you. That's what the WWE Championship means to me. So the only issue we have is in your head. Hey, Roxanne. You haven't seen Hector around, have you?
Afraid not. But I try not to pay attention to the locals, so I could have missed him.
You ever get tired of being this way, Roxanne?
Do you ever get tired of your good guy act? You spend months down in NXT showing kids the ropes, giving back, and look what it's gotten you.
A shot at the WWE Tag Team Championships?
Like that's your goal? You said it at the press conference. This is a detour. You're not getting closer to what you want. Heyman must be laughing at how you've fallen.
Your pep talks could really use some work.
If you listened, you wouldn't need one. Playing Mr. Nice Guy won't get you what you want. Next time life offers you a choice between the right thing and the thing you're hungry for, eat.
Nick, you wanted to talk?
Yes, welcome. I'm delighted to have you here.
Thanks, Nick. Happy to be here. And I know Hector is too.
I was honestly surprised you dipped your foot in the tag division at all, with your focus on getting back to Braun.
If we win tonight, Hector and I will carry those titles with pride. But when Royal Rumble time rolls around...
You want in, and if you win, you'll be heading over to Mr. Pierce's domain. I understand. But that's a long ways off. You and your partner should be focusing on tonight.
I agree. By the way, have you seen Hector? He wasn't here when I got to the building.
Not yet. Ask around the locker room. You don't...
And here comes the Archetype, looking to add another accomplishment to his already impressive list with the WWE Tag Team.
Where's his partner, Cole? Where's Hector Flores?
If he's walking into this match alone, this could be a very short night for the New Day.
And they know it, too. Look at the faces on Kofi and Xavier. You have to wonder if they had something to do with this.
I don't think the Archetype cares one way or another. He's ready to go alone. I guess we have a handicap match.
How can you have a match for the tag team titles without a tag team? This is ludicrous.
You can't fault the Archetype's bravery, but Wade is right. We're having a tag team title match with only one team.
What if he manages to beat the New Day? That would be a historic victory.
Virtually impossible. The New Day is without a doubt one of the finest tag teams in history. If Hector Flores does not show up, the Archetype is going to need a miracle.
Samoan driver.
Great ducking and dodging there.
Running knee lift. Our champion is getting rocked a little.
Looks like the heightened action of this handicap match has caught up with him a little.
Uppercut connects.
And Woods has lost momentum here.
Yeah, Xavier has to plot a way to get back into this.
Whoa, just floating through the air.
Big boot over the top and hit the floor.
Throwing caution to
Completely missed the mark.
an absolute misfire. You really do hate to see it.
And now it's about trying to continue after such a fatal error.
Hooked up. Great power.
Inverted suplex. The New Day's WWE Tag Team title defense became a handicap match where the Archetype's partner, Hector Flores, never came through the curtain. Thrown out of ringside and back to the mat.
We could see a count out here.
Ooh. The champ's slowing down some now.
Handicap matches always test your mettle.
Ooh. The kick connects.
Woods steers clear of that. And he evades spear.
The challenger might have what it takes to win this.
Oh!
Oh! Cover! We can have a new champ here! Ah, finally, monumental victory!
Here is your winner, and new WWE Tag Team Champion, Punk.
And what did I tell you? The Archetype beat the odds, and now we have a new WWE Tag Team Champion.
That was a fluke, Booker. You just said it yourself. Tag team champion. Where is his partner? Is he a handicap match champion?
Are you kidding me? You're letting the New Day retain the titles.
I understand your frustration. I do. But in this instance, the rules are absolutely clear.
Then you should change the damn rules.
Well, Paul Levesque disagrees with you. Sorry your partner couldn't be bothered to show up for the biggest match of his life.
I was stuck in a locker room.
I'd be nervous if I was facing us too. But getting a case of performance anxiety is still a forfeit.
It wasn't a damn forfeit. I beat you.
In a hand match, not the tag team match that was signed. I'm sorry, gentlemen. My hands are tied. The New Day retain the titles.
Dusty finish for the winners of the Dusty Classic. Nice.
You're really gonna let them get away with this? It's obvious they locked me in there so this would happen.
Zip it, Bastardo El Mago. We were in the New Day tour bus with 12 to 14 of our closest friends before the match. Our alibi is ironclad.
Forget it, Hector. It's not worth it.
You're right. We do our talking in the ring. Give us a rematch.
I don't think there's going to be a rematch.
Why not?
Hector, I'm really proud of the work that we've put into this team and how far we've come, but you know my focus is on the WWE Championship. And you're ready to be a superstar on your own. There's not going to be a rematch because it's time we go our separate ways.
Oh my God! He just threw you through the barbershop window! That was amazing.
Xavier, take the win, along with your belts, back to Kofi. I've got a show to run and 2 new single superstars to book. Come find me when you're ready for your first match.
You all right? I know you had your eyes on those tag titles.
Nah, I get it. I really do. You gotta keep your eye on
We both do. You're back in the bigs. It's not time for you to share the spotlight.
You're right. Absolutely. What you did in there with Aldis is give me an opportunity.
Pretty soon, everyone on SmackDown is going to know what I have all along.
J'ai dit aux